Welcome back to the channel, man. Toon Reacts. How y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling? Hey, man, we about to get into can you live underneath the water? You know what I'm talking about? They doing tests and they showing niggas how they living in the future. People living underneath the water. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all hit that like button and subscribe.
Pushing boundaries while under pressure. It's what happens here, literally. We're checking out some of the latest tech helping people stay underwater for longer.
I think.
Nice.
We're going to head over to Sub Island over here, and then onto the floating pontoon with some of the floating walkway.
But to get where we need to go, well, we're going to need a boat.
Yeah, we're going to stick to travelling above the water for this one.
Let's go. Tell us where we are. What's going on?
So, we are here on the lake at Deep Campus. It's a massive body of water, about 600 metres long and up to about 80 metres deep. So we're right near the border with England and Wales, just outside Chepstow. And usually I can promise you it's really sunny and beautiful down here.
It's really windy right now.
I might say it's windy than the motherfucker.
And we're going over this way, right?
We are. We're going to head over first of all to what we call Sub Island. It's the home of our sub. We're going to dock there, and then we're going to walk over the floating walkway and end up over here on our saturation diving training facility, which is on a floating pontoon, which is just being constructed at the moment and should be finished around autumn time.
What was this before it was what it is now?
Yeah, so this used to be a quarry, a working quarry. People used to learn to dive here. And there's a lot of kind of curiosities at the bottom of the lake that the divers used to dive to that still exist. So things like double-decker bus, a helicopter, an aeroplane even, some tanks. And if you were going to go on a sub ride, you could have seen a few of those, but maybe next time.
And how far down are we talking? Like, how far can you go under us?
Yeah, so its deepest point is about 80 metres.
80 metres?
80 metres, yeah, that does vary throughout the year, up to about 8 metres, when it's kind of more water or less water due to the season.
So it doesn't look like it here, but there is a whole world basically underneath our feet.
That's correct. But yeah, we should be seeing some of the key components that make up the system. They're not all connected yet, electrically, or any of the gas systems or anything, but we should be able to see some of the main pieces of equipment in situ.
Very, very cool.
Heading underwater for long periods of time isn't straightforward because of the way pressure affects our bodies. That's why humans need habitats like the ones being made here to dive down and stick around longer. But before heading under the waves, divers need to go through a process known as saturation. It's something Mark here knows all about.
So go on, tell us, how does this all work? What are we standing next to?
So this is one of two main chambers. This is a
So you gotta get a
fully offshore specified diving chamber. This is where the divers will live. So the whole idea is the divers will enter into the chamber through this door. They'll then get pressurized to the depth that they're going to dive to, and they will then live at depth for the duration of their dive, right all the way through until they decompress. The human body can't just dive to depths, any depths really over 50 meters, then to come straight back to surface without incurring heavy penalties and decompressing, because the deeper you go, the more gas you absorb, and in order to release that becomes a really lengthy process. So the way that saturation works is to replace those dangerous gases, but also allow you a comfortable environment to slowly release the gases as you decompress and come back to surface.
So divers will come up from there.
That's right, they'll climb up from there, they'll climb into the bell. This is called the diving bell.
This big orange thing here?
Absolutely. This is a smaller chamber that's at the same pressure as they are. They'll transfer into there, they'll close the door, they'll then disconnect this from the system, and then this will be transferred all the way out here and then launched down into the water to depth where the divers will then open up the door and then go diving from the bell. When they've done their dive, they'll come back up. They'll get transferred back in. They'll reconnect to this trunking as it's called. They'll then transfer back down into the chambers. They will get changed, they'll eat their food, they'll have a shower, they'll go to bed.
Amazing. All at the same pressure?
All at the same pressure.
Cool.
While this part of the campus is still under construction, getting ready for its first test dives, there's already something just over the lake that'll let us start an underwater adventure in style.
Johnny, hey.
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
So what do we need to know before we get in?
So, This is a Triton 3K3 submersible. It's a 3-person, 1,000-meter capable sub. I will show you how we get in, and we're going to take all of this off before we get in.
With Base 44, a simple sentence becomes your website. Page after page.
Let's go in. Whoop.
Yeah, let's squat there for a second. That's it. Pull this and get your legs down.
Oh, and we're in.
Yeah.
It's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I think the acrylic gives such good visibility.
Yeah.
People think that they're going to be claustrophobic, but this just disappears in the water, as you can see.
Yeah. This is amazing. How many of these are there in the world?
So there's about 10 of them. We own 2 of them. All 10 are not operational at the moment. Most of these are used for science and research, and we currently use this one for training of experienced pilots.
And when you say training pilots, how do you control this?
So I control it with a joystick. So it's
Nah, no
just
submarines
forward,
always been hard,
back,
y'all, to me.
side to side, very intuitive. And then we can also pass over control
in
to
the
the passenger,
water, man.
who would be the training
See,
pilot.
So just like if you're a learner driver.
that glass
yes,
gotta be
you're a
strong, man.
learner
That bitch better be
submarine
down.
pilot. And while subs like this
Hell
mean
nah.
that we can
That's
go
the only thing
further
about this shit.
underwater,
That glass
Deep's
better be
also
down.
working on ways that we might be able to live
type
there
approved.
longer too.
That means not just people with a career of diving under their belts, but scientists and maybe even someday tourists.
Let's go.
Come on in.
Thank you very much.
This is just a prototype for now, but Deep's plans could see much bigger habitats like this one for humans to live in for days or even weeks at a time. Luckily, it's all still on dry land, making it much easier to take a look around.
All right, let's have a chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And tell us about this place. Where are we standing right now?
So right now we are in what was once the Sentinel. This is our habitat, which was developed and built out to demonstrate what we are trying to accomplish. It's about understanding that you can interact with the ocean in a way that is comfortable. It's not that you're just there for a moment. It's fundamentally that you're allowed to be there and able to be there for a long period of time.
How much of what is going on here is like big moonshot thinking, and then how much of it is actual stuff that's going to happen in the next few years?
So much of the millennia attention has been cast into space. Billions of dollars have been spent on getting humans and satellites into space. So little attention in comparison has been afforded into the oceans, which is right here, is right on our doorstep. Our saturation training capability is live this autumn, and our first pilot habitat, the Vanguard, will be deployed into the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary in the next few weeks.
When it comes to traveling and being underwater, that can seem like quite a scary thing for a lot of people. In some cases, that's because of things that have happened in the news that they might have seen. How does that affect kind of trying to get people interested and excited about the work that's going on here?
I mean, it's paramount. Our ability to get people into the water and out of the water safely is second to none. We are using proven technology. Our hulls are steel-based, which is quite different to some of the other occasions. We undertake as much marine assurance through interactions with class societies, whose job it is to effectively check our homework. So we are doing everything we can to ensure that our hardware stands up to scrutiny. We are trying to open the gateway, the moon pool, to whoever has the curiosity. I'm working on my personal mission to expand my diving capability to allow me to eventually one day dive in and out of a habitat.
And if everything goes to plan for the team here, more of us could be living in places like this really soon. So what do you reckon?
Nah, man, I'm down, y'all. How y'all feel about it? It's definitely something to get used to, but like he said, as long as that hardware is straight, hey, man. I go, I do some shit like that. That's some different shit. Now that the other shit he was showing, would they be diving and shit? Like, they could have that. Nah, I ain't about to be doing that deep fucking diving and deep sea diving on them levels like that. Don't forget, y'all, it's another world out down there, bro. Hell nah. I don't give a fuck how much technology, how much you been trained, you compressed. Nah. I do some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? If you're sitting on the water and it's, but nothing too crazy. But y'all let me know, man, if y'all a fan of the deep sea and the ocean, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hit that like button, y'all subscribe button, y'all let me know, man. And we be back. Out, out, out.